Hello and welcome to Ask Karl G episode 3, which hopefully is episode 3 this time. Um, there we are. Thank you very much for joining us. If you do join us, nobody's joined us yet, but I'm sure they will. And if you're watching on replay, hello. It's been a very enjoyable first couple of episodes. It's been lovely speaking to everybody. It's going to be quite a short episode tonight. Well, it's going to get cut short because the vet's coming with some new medicine for Luminoso, so that'll be good. So when the dogs start barking, I'll have to run off and speak to the vet. But in the meantime, Ask Karl G episode 3 is here. So it was jolly good yesterday. Got some good interactions. Some people were asking some good questions, and one comment that I got, which I could have done with writing down the comment and I didn't, is somebody was saying that they're always bothered by this constant fear that something's going to happen. Hi, Julia. Hi, Claire. Hi, Dan. This vague idea that the horse is going to spook, but not necessarily that it's going to lead to something, but the horse is going to spook, and it's the fact that the horse is going to spook that is spoiling the ride for this person. So I don't know if other people have identified with this problem, but it's not even as though you can say the horse is going to spook and then it's going to bolt, because I've got the answer to bolting if you'd like a free download, which is going to be put somewhere around this video. And it's not even that the horse is going to spook and then it's going to rear. It's the fact that it's going to spook and you don't know what's going to happen is basically spoiling rides for this pleasure rider. So I thought I'd just address that now. It was such a good question, and I believe a reasonably common question. So there we go. When it comes to dealing with spooks, and we spend our time going around going, hope it doesn't spook, it's going to do something, I can tell it's going to do something. Or when we're going through the woods and we know that there's going to be some deer bouncing about, or when we're going through the fields and we know there's going to be a pheasant, or it can really, that extra vigilance that you have, not knowing what's going to happen, can really spoil a ride. So I would say there is no problem that cannot be broken down into bite sizes that you can handle, and that also includes spooking. So how could we make sure that the spooks are of a size that we can handle? By arranging them. Fact is that if you're a fireman, what they don't do is on your first day chuck you into the screaming blazing tower and say go on with it. They start off with small fire, how to put out small fires, how to put out small electrical fires, how to put out small pan fires. That's how they start off. So even in something as dramatic as the fire service, nobody's required to be brave, they're just required to be trained. And this is the same for practicing with spooks. Nobody is expecting you to just go out and handle the spook because you want to. You need to be trained. You need to be trained to handle spooks. You need to be trained, if you're a fireman, you need to be trained not to run around and panic screaming fire, but we'll just start off little and you'll get used to this level. And it's the same in any occupation where there's a hazard that needs to be assessed and then work the problem. So how can we get used to spooks so that we can enjoy our rides? Well, we can practice them, we can arrange them so that they're a size that we can handle. So having desensitization sessions in your arena is the bite size to spooks. So when your horse is in the arena and you're doing a particular exercise, let's say a figure 8 or a circle, and somebody says, right, okay, we're going to arrange a spook. Let's not try and be brave. Let's not put on our brave pants. The spook isn't going to be a lion and 6 lionesses crashing through the gate. Let's just start off with something a little bit littler. Carrying a flag is a good one, and if the flag's going to be quite big, well, let's not make it big. You could carry a flag that's got a piece of material the size of an A4 piece of paper, I'm sure, on a small stick. Well, suddenly that seems very possible. Or if you don't want to carry a flag, you just carry the stick and tap it on the fence every time you go to a point at the fence. Initially, the horse will, oh, what's that? Do a little spook, and then it will get used to it. The crucial thing is you'll carry on doing your circle, and the crucial point is you will get the horse used to it, because the horse will figure that you won't continue schooling the horse if the lions and lionesses were attacking. Therefore, if you're tapping a stick on the fence and insisting on your figure eight and your circle, it must be okay. And that's what people mean when they use the phrase, I got the horse through this and I got the horse past that. Your leadership got the horse past this and got the horse past that. And I regularly use a whole bunch of spooks that I've thought of for training. Garden sprinkler is a good one. And the garden sprinkler eventually will be in the arena. I'll put on my wet weather gear and we'll just drive straight through it. No problems. But that might be a year down the line. And everybody will be leaning on the fence going, oh, Karl, I wish I had a horse as good as yours. And the fact is that you have. You just have to put the training in. And the training might be that your garden sprinkler starts off way over there somewhere. And you're just doing your figure eights and you get someone to turn it on at a preordained moment. Another great spook. And then, of course, as the weeks go past, you creep it closer and closer and closer. Another great spook you could use is somebody's horse leaving the arena. That's always a good one because the horse gets a little bit more anxious. And then as they're leaving the arena, you could do figure eights and circles and get through to the horse that this is what we're doing, even though that horse is moving away. And the more the horse moves away, the more determined you are to do that perfect figure eight with your horse. And then your horse will think, well, it can't be that bad if we still have to do the figure eights. Another great one is to get somebody to ride a bicycle in the arena, nowhere near your horse, just over there somewhere while you do your figure eights. And another great one is to get someone to play football or bounce a ball or play a trombone or pop goes Wagner on the accordion. Each time you save your horse from the trombone of death and the accordion of death and the bicycle of death and the sprinkler of death and the flag of death and the exercise ball of death and the football of death and the person doing physical jerks of death, your horse will gradually realize that when death strikes, best thing to do is to listen to the one in charge. But more importantly, you will learn that when death strikes, the best thing to do is listen to the one in charge. And both you and your horse will agree that you're the one in charge, you're the one that can deal with spooks, and we're going to do this, this, this. Action beats anxiety. If you're feeling anxious, do the action that you're doing. If you're already doing a figure eight, do the most perfect figure eight. If you're already doing a circle, do the most perfect circle. If you're out and about and you're worried about the spooks that might jump out of the hedge, do the most perfect extended trot from this gate to that tree. Once you're at that tree, from that tree to that hedge. Action beats anxiety. So make the action the thing that you're doing and train yourself in bite-sized pieces so that by the time you've done all these spooks, you can go out and when you're going down the lane and a bicycle comes past, your horse doesn't know if that's another spook that you've arranged, paid your brother Dazza to ride past for half an hour, or whether it's a genuine bicycle. And that's how we can build things up. Don't expect yourself to just relax into dealing with spooks. Horses spook, and you can train yourself to deal with those spooks. It was a brilliant question. Thank you very much. Let me know in the comments if that's helped, if that's makes sense to you. I really do want to know. I'm going to have to shoot off now because the vet's come in. So I've got a few comments here that I'm going to look through. If you've put a little question in there, I might address it tomorrow. If you join the show, I can address it with context and personalization, which will be jolly good. Otherwise, I'll just do my best. Thank you for joining me. This has been Karl G, episode 3. Episode 4 sometime tomorrow. Thanks very much, everybody. See you later.